I'm bringing in Mr. Wonderful, otherwise known as Kevin O'Leary, joining us this morning. All right, Kevin, I know you think these tariff fears are overblown. Tell me why.
I think we have a negotiation going on, as been detailed ad nauseum. It's a little chaotic from the point of view that you don't get a consistent message out of the administration. I admit that's a problem. Ludnick says one thing, and then Burgum says another. That's got to get cleaned up, and that's self-inflicted. They can fix that. The big behemoth, Stuart, we've been talking about so much is China. We've got to figure out where they sit in trying to come into the narrative. I mean, right now, even over, I want 400%, but that's just bombastic. 100+% wipes out all trade. And so there's boats on the water waiting to bring in product. There's debate about technology like Apple phones, all this stuff. Xi at some point has to take the olive branch that's been offered twice over the weekend by Trump and say, okay, let's start talking. I don't think it's helping him because he doesn't have the option to sell T-bills. People keep saying, oh, he's going to be disruptive by selling T-bills. That will enhance the price of his currency and make his products even less competitive worldwide. That will devastate his economy, which is already on the brink. So everybody thinks, oh, he's got the leverage of selling T-bills. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that leverage. That's just pure economics. If you study FX, you know if you start stumping T-bills, dollar goes down, his currency goes up, and he's virtually screwed. So we're at a real stalemate right here. We really are. We got some problems.
But does America hold real heavy-duty cards in the negotiation with China?
It does, Stuart, because all that stuff that's made in the factories, almost 39% of it's consumed by Americans. If he can't sell the stuff, those people don't have jobs. And that's going to be a bad outcome for him, really bad outcome, and he knows it. That is the one massive leverage that we have at the table. If this goes on too long, there'll be unemployment or there's going to be massive inflation as he prints money to pay these people in his country. It's 100% stalemate. He's got to come to the table.
Just want to get this in. Do you think tariffs and the argument over tariffs should be brought into the TikTok deal?
You know, the TikTok deal is a very interesting situation because the truth is we were told last week by Cotton no one can use the algorithm. So if you're going to buy TikTok, you have to write it from scratch because Cotton's leverage is he will not provide an indemnification because the penalties are so heavy. Look, if TikTok has to be part of the negotiation, let it be. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of syndicates, and I'm part of one that wants to buy it. But we can't do anything until Xi talks to. This is a golden share company. It's controlled by Xi, and I think it's been signaled by Trump that he hasn't talked to Xi about this because, frankly, this is low on the list of things to worry about right now. Yeah. And if it gets bundled in, the minute Xi calls Trump, I bet you TikTok's number 9 on the list they're going to be talking about. But there's still 70 or 66 days left. You never know what's going to happen on this deal. Okay. This deal's a crazy chicken deal.
Yes, it is. I just want to make one small point, Kevin. Next time you're on the show, try to get even closer to the camera. We like the close-up shot that we're getting there. Just come on in a bit, you know?
Stuart, I wanted to show you how well I shaved today. Look at that. I look gorgeous. It's fantastic.
So true, Mr. Wonderful. So true. See you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.